Good afternoon, how you doing? So today what I want to talk to you about is the fact that so many people are so caught up in misery and pain and hatred that when they focus on somebody that they don't like, all they can do is maintain that focus. But what you don't realize is that you're lowering your own vibration. You're hurting yourself. You see, every person, no matter who they are, no matter how despised they are in history, no matter what their actions have created throughout the world, the ripples effects of what they have done, everybody has something about them that you can learn from. In this political age and arena that we're in right now, we're going to talk about Donald Trump for a second. Now, he's a person that I studied very much so in my early years. And what made me think about this video is the fact that my oldest daughter and I were having a conversation a few days ago, and what we're talking about is the fact that she wants to open up a chain of daycare centers. A chain of daycare centers. Chip off the old block, if I say so myself. I love the idea, and I love the fact that she wants to do this. Now, here's where the Donald Trump part comes in. And here's where people find hatred and find a reason to hate anything instead of learning from it. Many people find fault with the fact that Donald Trump's father gave him a $250 million loan to help him start his company. People find fault with that. That's idiotic. That is what any parent should strive to do. My goal, one of my new goals in life is to strive that while my daughter is taking the classes to be able to get certified in the state of Georgia to open up a daycare center, my goal, one of my goals now is to be her financier, is to provide, if not all the funding, most of the funding, for her to be able to open up her daycare with the least amount of debt as possible. Or if it's going to cost more, at least she'll have a cash leverage point from me that she'll be able to utilize in moving forward and opening up that first center. Or maybe I can purchase the property or the land for her. That is what every parent should strive to do. His father giving him a $250 million loan is something that you should strive to do for your children. And if you can't look at that situation and say, wow, he had an opportunity that most people don't have. But the fact of the matter is, I should look at that and say, how can I create that for my kids? You know, I may not have had it for myself, but how can I create that for my legacy? How can I create that for my other daughter? How can I create that for my son? How can I be the person that provides those finances for it? Why can't I create a private family banking like the Rothschilds? Why can't I do like the Rockefellers and the Mellons and the Carnegies, where I create generational wealth that lasts for generation after generation after generation? People hate the Rothschilds, saying they want to rule the world and this sort of thing. And I don't know if they're good or bad or what, because I don't know them. And I see some of the things, and yeah, you can speculate. But one thing I do know is that in studying that family, that they set it up where when you need money for something, you borrow it from the family and then you pay the loan back to the family. And I know that as they pay that money back to the family, they have a meeting every so often to see what you've been doing with the money, to see if you still, that's how you qualify in that family. That's what I've been able to learn. It may be all true, it may not all be true. But just the idea of it, if it is brilliant. This is something we should be trying to create within our own family units. If we can't do it as a family unit, we should be doing it as communities or as church groups or social groups or whatever. However you can find the people who are willing to come into this type of situation in as one unit, to be able to further along what people should know and be learning. Now, here's the problem. We don't learn these things in school. They're not going to teach you this in school, because school is designed to make you a slave to the system, not make you a leader within the system. This is why I counsel so many people on the fact that they're putting their money into 401ks and bonds and stocks, things that is not going to be able to provide them functional income. While rich people put their money into businesses so that they can have a constant stream of income. You know, I did the part of that video on The Richest Man in Babylon. I decided to step back from that, from making videos about it, and I'm actually going to write a book concerning it. Because the thing about it is, you need to understand that your money should go out and create income. And then that money should create more income until the income that is generated is a river, a flood of income. We're not thinking that way. But then we see somebody like Donald Trump and we want to vilify him. Oh, let's focus on his divorces. Let's focus on his bankruptcies. You can find any politician and find those kinds of things. When I was in the military, I did not like Clinton, but I still found things about him that I can appreciate and I can learn from. So try to learn and appreciate from people. So my greatest is non-negotiable, and so is yours.